Well, hello and welcome back to the Hot Pink Pod. I am your host and president of Alpha Omega Lambda Sorority, Camille Jamerson, and it is my pleasure to start this series with our brand new line, our Gamma line, better known in the layer as third degree burn. And when we tell you guys they are coming in hot, that is exactly what we mean. So, this interview, and at the end of all of these, I'm going to connect you to the next one so you can just watch them all in a row, but you definitely want to hear from these ladies. They are fresh. This is their first week out, and I want you to hear about their experience. If you're teetering on the line between actually becoming a part of the sorority or considering us as a sisterhood, hear directly from the women that went through it. That's sometimes not an advantage that you get to have with organizations. And we want to open that back door so you can hear directly from the people who have gone through the experience, hear why they joined, why they became a part, and what they're getting from what they've gotten from the experience so far and what they hope to gain. So, with that, I am going to bring into the studio the deuce of the line, Soror Temika, better known in the layer as Protocol 100. Would you guys help me welcome her? Hello, Soror. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. How about you?
All is well. I'm so glad that we had this time to talk. I think this is the only time I get to kind of talk to everybody one on one. I'm usually talking to everybody in a group, so this time is really special to me. Thank you for making the time.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so how does it feel? I mean, like first week out, you made it through
Uh,
those weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of work, and you're on the other side of it. What was your first thought? Did you feel like relief? Did you feel disbelief? What kinds of things were going through your mind?
um, Definitely relief. Number
Yeah.
one, it was like I could let the breath out because I've been holding my breath, you know, metaphorically for months now. So yeah,
Right, right.
relief was number one. The feeling of accomplishment, being able to
Yeah,
say, well, you know, we've gone through this, we've got it, and we're here.
that's awesome. I didn't even think about that. I guess it would feel like a sense of accomplishment because there's so many things that needed to be done, and to get through them and to get through them together, that is a major accomplishment. Tell me, how did you find out about us? I don't even know if I've ever asked you that. How did you find out about us?
Well, this is one of those things that I have kind of been contemplating since 1996. So it just kind of didn't work out for me at that point. Kind of let it lie. About 5 years ago, I started again, kind of searching, and still didn't really work
Mhm.
out. Didn't find where I thought I belonged. And so last year, I started again, and getting close to the end of the year, I found AOL on Facebook. And so I
Wow.
was just like, I've never heard of AOL before. Let's check it out. So I did some research. I went to the YouTube. I started watching some of the other videos, and I was just like, man,
Hmm.
that sounds like where I need to be. So it, I just kind of started from a Facebook search.
That's awesome. And so, for those of you that are watching us on YouTube, um, this is where she started. So, hopefully, you can find your space and place here as well. So, now during that time, or even after you started the process, was there a time that you felt unsure about joining the sorority? And if so, what kind of helped you push through that doubt?
Oh gosh, very off the bat, it was like, girl, you too old for this. I mean, you are too old to start over trying to do
Hmm.
this.
Hmm.
And then I was like, the more videos I watched, and the more I heard some of the other sorors that had crossed, and I was like, man, I'm not too old to start this. This is what I want. This is what I want to do. I'm not gonna let it, get the best of me. So yeah,
Hmm.
at the very beginning, I was just like, no, I'm not doing this. And once I listened to all of it, and then our first interest meeting, after that,
Hmm.
I was done. I was sold at
You were
that point.
good. Wow, that's
Hmm.
good to know. And I'm glad you brought that up because age is one of those things that some women, use as kind of a block. And then when I tell them how old I am, they're like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, right." So am I too old? I think I'm.
Absolutely.
Oh no, there is one soror older than me, but we're like neck and neck. So I'm like, "Girl, you ain't too
Mm,
old. Come on in this house. Come on in. Come on in." Now there is there's this thing, because we're primarily virtual, that the experience isn't, people might think that the experience isn't engaging or challenging. How would you respond to that?
I mean, I guess that I would look at it like I thought the experience was great. It does from the outside look like it would be challenging, with everybody being where they are, and you know, it's just not like you can reach out and touch someone. But I mean, everything has been great. Everybody's been great. We had, all the communication that we could possibly need. We found ways to communicate.
Yeah,
Whatever we
you
needed
get
is what
creative.
we did. We learned more about each other online than exactly. We learned more about each other online and over the phone and over all sorts of chats and all sorts of things than we could
Hmm.
possibly have even thought about. So no, it's not
I
challenging
love
at
that.
all. It's actually a great experience.
And I think what you said is really key. It's like you have to go after it, right? It's like it's not going to fall in your lap. You have to really be intentional. And that's one of the things I
Hmm.
really enjoyed about kind of watching you guys from the sidelines, is that you guys really made that extra attempt to get to know one another, to make those calls and those chats. So I really love that
Hmm.
about you guys. But I totally agree. It can be challenging if you don't make the effort, but if you are intentional, like, no, I'm going to get to know this person. I'm going to reach out to this person. I'm going to spend
Hmm.
time learning about them and spending, just spending quality time with them. It's all possible. So I'm glad you mentioned that. So as an adult, and this ties into kind of what you just said, it's kind of known that it's harder to make new friends, right? So, how did you approach kind of letting your wall down, and making new friends and
Hmm.
building? Because, when you're little, and I think I've said this, you just write a note. Do you want to be my friend? Check yes or no. But when you get older, it's not as
Hmm.
simple as that. So what was your approach? How did you kind of get over that? I need to let new people in thing.
Oh gosh, I am the world's worst with walls. So I have the
Mm,
hardest time letting my walls down. Um, I didn't have that hard of a time with our line. We came in and everybody just kind of clicked. So it
yeah.
was, at first it was just like, okay, how are we going, are we, and everybody just started talking. We started getting to know each other. Um, we had so much fun and so many different conversations, and everybody was just all engaged. It was impossible not to let your walls down. So, yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
hard
awesome.
as an adult, but that was probably the easiest thing I've had to do.
Oh, that's good to hear. Because meanwhile, as proud leaders, we're behind the scenes pacing like, oh my God, I hope they get along. I hope everybody's good. I hope they're all the things. And y'all back in the background chilling. We're pacing like new parents. But it's good to hear
Hmm.
that those walls came down easily. And also know this, and you'll hear from some of the other new sorors. Everybody um, came in with different personalities. Some were more extroverted, some were more introverted, but everybody kind
Hmm.
of found its space and place. And that's one of the things I love about your life. Everybody's
Hmm.
so unique and so different, but you guys found a way to make that work. So,
Hmm.
what about your personal goals, things that you personally want to do?
Absolutely.
How does that fit in with this, with being a new soror?
Oh boy, I'm the most competitive person ever. So if I set my mind to something, I can't let it go. So, which is why I'm here, is because I set my mind to something 30 years ago, and I'm just I feel like being here is part of showing that you don't give up, regardless of
Yeah.
how, you know, how things go. And that's something that everybody can do. You just continue, and things don't always happen when you want them to happen. Um, Life goals, just you do the same thing in life. You follow whatever it is that you want to do, and you just don't give up on it. It may take you 20 years to do it, but
Yeah.
there you are, and then you're accomplished.
I love that. I'm going to just put the camera on you for a minute. And what I want you to talk about is if there's a woman watching this who is thinking about submitting her interests to AOL, just kind of what would you tell her?
I would definitely say, one, do your research, check out the YouTube videos, check out the social media platforms. Make sure that you're checking out everything, because sometimes when you listen to those, they can open perspectives for you. And I mean, being a member of AOL has meant so much to me. Just in the time that we've gone through our process, we've become so close. We're almost family. I mean, we couldn't make us any closer. The journey has been great, and I'm telling you, just being AOL is not, it's not just a name. It's a way of life, and it's not just a sorority. It's definitely a sisterhood, um, experience that you don't want to miss out on.
I love that. Thank you. I love what you said that you guys have become family because one of the taglines that we use for Alpha Omega Lambda is come do life with us. And the reason that we say that is because we know the women that seek out sorority already have full lives. You know, they already moms and raising children,
Mhm.
and some of them are married and working and all the things. And we know you got a life, you know, outside of us, but come do your life with us and let us be a part of what you have going on and let us help
Mhm.
support and undergird you. So I'm glad you brought that piece up because I think it was, I think it's very important that we are more than just a sorority. We're going to do our community thing because that's important, but we're also going to be sisters. And we invite you guys to come in and be a part of that. Tamika, thank you. Thank you so much, Soror, for being a part of this Hot Pink Pod. I'm sure you're going to inspire many people to be a part of it, just like you were inspired by watching other videos. Hey, in the studio, I'm going to be right back with you. I just want to close the show. Oh my gosh, isn't she amazing? I absolutely just have fallen in love with my new sorors. All of them are so genuine and loving. And should you become a part, these are the women that you're meeting now will be kind of your big sisters in this process. And so you're coming in at a great time with some great women and we welcome you, as Soror Temika said, check us out, right? Do your homework, do your research, because everything isn't for everybody. Look us up on social media. Check out our videos. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Check us out. You know, go on our website. Look at kind of what we have going on there. Make sure you're a part of our email list. And you can do that by going to www.alphaomegalambda.com. Click I'm interested and fill out the information there. If you have already, you should already be getting our emails because in June, we have an event coming up that you definitely want to be a part of if you're interested. So, with that, I'm going to bid you adieu. We're almost right at 15 minutes, which is always our goal to keep these short and succinct. But we are so proud to open the back door a little bit, let you peek in to what this process is all about. Because if this sisterhood sounds like something that you may be interested in, we want to make sure that we open our doors to you. So, with that, I bid you adieu. Stay tuned for our next episode coming soon.